Sister Wives Kody Brown loves new relationship with Meri. Kody Brown hates the fact he lost 3 wives, but he has to admit that life is much easier with one now. In Sunday night's episode, fans will get a chance to see him and Meri have a much more pleasant dynamic than they've had in recent weeks. What changed? Kody Brown admits his current dynamic with Meri is easy. Hearts broke for Meri Brown this season when Kody said he never loved her and regretted marrying her. However, many felt tremendously proud of the TLC star when she said she wished Kody saw how great of a person she always was. Meri and Kody are never getting back together, but it seems like their relationship is much better now. Kody and Meri have banter. #SisterWives, the official TLC Instagram account, captioned a new clip. It's interesting to me that Meri and I are safe enough with each other right now to joke around, Kody admits in the clip. The burden has been lifted, somehow or another, or at least in this moment. The footage shares glimpses of Kody and Meri joking around with each other, seemingly on good terms. It's not a conventional relationship for exes, but it seems to work. It's weird, Kody added, I have no idea. In the comments, fans expressed aggravation over Kody's behavior. Instagram users wrote, "The relationship is different because she doesn't have to deal with you anymore, she's rid of you. Probably because she's freaking happy it's done and she's getting away from the BS. It's because the relationship is over. I personally won't give friendship to a man that hurt me, but I don't have children." Kody is not a safe place for any of his family members. The Brown family patriarch is terrified of being alone. All season long, Sister Wives fans have watched Kody behave incredibly poorly toward his estranged family members. In a different teaser, Robin seems to excuse the behavior and says he's just worried she will abandon him as well. Kody's been a very angry, upset, very lost person the last few years, and I have to recognize it for what it is, Robin shares in a confessional from the upcoming episode. It's just him in a painful place, and him in a place of fear that I will leave him too. Kody Brown was never one to sit idle and let change sweep past him without a response. The recent shifts in his relationships had left him questioning everything, from the family he built to his own beliefs. But lately, there had been something unexpected stirring in his thoughts. He found himself, perhaps for the first time in a long time, thinking of Meri. Not in the way that he used to of old grievances and heartache, but with a kind of curiosity that surprised him. Could there still be something left to explore with her? As autumn crept over Flagstaff, the colors transforming the desert landscape, Kody started to reach out more to Meri. His usual frustrations with her stubbornness seemed softened, replaced by a newfound appreciation for the resilience she'd shown. Despite their troubled past, Meri had stayed, even as the other relationships in Kody's life had changed dramatically. In their interactions, he noticed a warmth, an easiness between them that hadn't been there in years. He wondered if this was what it felt like to rediscover someone you thought you fully known. Kody had always been a complicated man, drawn to the challenge and intensity of a relationship. But his connection with Meri had become something else entirely, something he hadn't expected. She wasn't the woman he'd married all those years ago. She was stronger, surer of herself, and, in many ways, more mysterious. Perhaps it was that mystery that intrigued him most, the sense that Meri had grown into a woman he had never fully understood. And now, more than ever, he wanted to know her. One evening, he invited her over for dinner, just the two of them. The simplicity of the evening struck him, almost startling in its lack of drama or tension. There was laughter, a familiarity that felt oddly new. Kody felt a glimmer of something he hadn't felt in a long time with Meri, respect, admiration even. As they shared stories of the kids and memories of their early days, he found himself watching her, really watching her, in a way he hadn't in years. Her laugh was freer, her voice carrying a confidence that made him pause. Meri had changed, yes, but so had he. He could feel the weight of his own mistakes, the missed moments, the things left unsaid between them. The walls he had built up around himself, the rigid structures he'd used to distance himself, were weakening. He felt a pang of regret for how things had gone between them. Yet there was something powerful in their new connection, a tentative hope that maybe they weren't as far gone as he'd thought. For so long, he believed that their relationship was over, that there was nothing left to salvage. But now he wasn't so sure. It was strange, even a little frightening, to feel something rekindling between them. In the days that followed, Kody began spending more time with Meri. It was subtle at first, an extra cup of coffee together in the morning, an unexpected phone call just to check in. He wasn't sure if she noticed the shift, but it was unmistakable for him. He felt himself drawn to her presence in a way that felt almost natural. The drama and complexity that had often clouded their relationship seemed to dissipate, leaving something simpler and more honest in its place. One afternoon, while they were out walking along a familiar Flagstaff trail, Kody turned to Meri and asked, "Do you ever think about what we used to have? Before everything?" He hesitated, unsure of her response, but the question had been on his mind for too long to ignore. Meri glanced at him, her expression thoughtful. "Sometimes," she said softly, "but I try not to dwell on it. It's too easy to get lost in the what-ifs, you know." He nodded, understanding. But there was a part of him that wanted to challenge that, to wonder aloud if maybe, just maybe, they could find something new, something beyond the what-ifs. As the weeks turned into months, Kody began to feel more at ease with Meri than he had in years. Their interactions no longer felt weighed down by the past. They began planning simple outings together, finding joy in the ordinary moments they'd once taken for granted. Kody was surprised by how easy it was to be around her, how much he looked forward to their time together. It was as if he were rediscovering her all over again. In her strength, her loyalty, he found a sense of peace that he hadn't felt in a long time. One evening, as they sat together watching the sunset, Kody turned to Meri. "I know things haven't been easy between us, and I know I've made mistakes. But I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I've been thinking about what we used to have, and I miss it. I miss you." Meri looked at him, surprise flickering in her eyes. But she didn't pull away. Instead, she reached over, resting her hand on his. "Kody, I'll be honest, I didn't expect to hear that from you. I thought you moved on. I thought we both moved on." He nodded, understanding. "I did too for a while. But being around you these past few months, it's made me realize that maybe we don't have to let go of everything. Maybe there's still something here worth holding on to." For the first time in years, Kody felt hope. It was fragile, uncertain, but it was there, like the first rays of dawn after a long, dark night.